What's going on YouTube? This is AK and you're watching Vlog More. Now today we've got a very special weapon that I'm going to cover, and it's special to me because it's my favorite platform of a rifle, and that is the AK-47. But not just any AK-47, in particular the Norinco MAK-90 AK-47. This is by far my favorite variant of AK-47, and a lot of other viewers out there as well. So I'm going to get into the specifics of this rifle and why I think it's the best variant and why you should own an AK-47 yourself. Let's get into it. So for starters, I wanted to get into the name itself and what it actually means. So a lot of people don't know what MAK-90 actually stands for. And really all it means is modified AK and then 1990. Because these particular Norincos that came into the United States were brought in from 1990 to 1994. Yeah, the MAK-90 Sporters in particular. Now these rifles, you know, were coming in this country, like I said, since 1990. And it's crazy because back in the day, these actually used to go for as cheap as $189. Okay. Now, when I bought mine, of course, I got all the original stuff. Generally, what they come with is 3 5-round mags, like I stated earlier, an oil bottle, and a cleaning kit. And this sling that you see right here, this is actually the factory sling that comes with the rifle. Now, it is chambered in 7.62 by 39, but you can find MAK-90 Sporters that are chambered in 5.56 by 45. They're really rare, but if you go on Gunbroker or some of those dealer websites there, you'll be able to find quite a few. All right, now, one of the things I wanted to do really quick was show you guys exactly how you can identify a MAK-90 Sporter. Now, not every Norinco is going to be stamped and labeled the way this one is, but in terms of the MAK-90s, this is how they should be labeled. So every MAK-90 is going to have a star here that says Norinco, okay? And then upwards, moving on the receiver, you've got the actual label that says MAK-90 Sporter, and it gives you the caliber, which is 7.62 by 39. And lastly, here is going to be an etching that you're going to see. This one I think is Tennessee, which basically shows you the importer that received the rifles and distributed them. Okay, so the etching, the star that actually says Norinco, and the actual label that says MAK-90 Sporter, and of course your serial numbers. See, my serial numbers start with the number 94 because that's when the rifle was imported. Okay, so now two things that the Norinco does that I really like is it has a chrome lined barrel and it has a hooded front sight. I really do like that because it gives me better focus when I'm trying to get a good sight picture when I'm on the range. So the hooded front, I really do appreciate it, and I just like the fact that they really try to prevent corrosion with the chrome lined barrel. A lot of barrels aren't chrome lined in AK-47s, like your Zastavas don't have chrome lined barrels. Kind of bothers me a little bit. You're gonna have to give a little bit more attention to the barrel if you want to prevent corrosion. I prefer to have a chrome lined barrel personally. Now this MAK-90 Sporter is this and the Polytech Legends, they're kind of like the grandchildren of or the children of the Type 56 AK-47. Okay, that Type 56 is basically an improved Russian AK-47. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Now, because getting a Type 56 is so difficult, you know, I don't really refer to it. I just refer to Polytech Legends and the MAK-90 because those are the only two that you're really going to be able to get. These AK-47s that the Chinese made, they basically took the Russian AK-47 and sought to improve the rifle. That's the main reason why it is that so many people go after the Norincos, is because they're basically improved AK-47s. So they did just fine in Vietnam. A lot of different conflicts they've seen. I mean, the Norinco AK-47 is one of the most commonly used AK-47s in the world. Okay, if there's any other variant besides the Russian one that I would say has really been put to the test, it's the Chinese variant. So if you're going to look for a really true solid AK-47 that has a without a doubt proven track record, the Norinco AK-47, whether it be a Polytech Legend or a MAK-90 Sporter, this is going to be the way to go. You know, like I said, either the Russian AK or the Chinese AK. Those are the only two I would really, truly go after. Now, you do have your Eastern European versions, your Zastavas, and your Wazir 10s, which are Romanian. And by the way, your Zastavas are Serbian, or Yugoslavian. But, you know, those are great. And I do like the Wazir 10s. Those are pretty cool. But in terms of just, you know, solid track record, I think these Chinese built AKs have seen more, and, you know, they just have a better track record. So that's the reason why I love the Chinese variant AK-47s. You know, the way they're built, the way that the trigger is. Now, of course, I always say trigger shouldn't really make a difference at all when you're shooting. You know, you need to be able to adjust to the specifications of the weapon when you buy it. But I will say the trigger pull on this thing is immaculate. Okay, immaculate. It's the smoothest trigger on any AK I've ever experienced. So the reason why you need to own one is because if you're looking for a SHTF weapon, or if you're looking for a battle weapon that you can just put down for a rainy day, there really is no other variant of rifle that you should get. Now, I do own an AR-15, and I love my AR-15 because it's really, really fun to shoot, and it's super lightweight. It's very modular. It's a really fun rifle to own, but there really, you know, isn't any comparison in my opinion in reliability between the weapons. This one is by far a superior weapon in terms of reliability, in my opinion. Now, when I was in the military, I used to have to qualify with the M16A2. We used to have a lot of stoppages on the range. Not only me, I mean classroom wide, of people having malfunctions. Now, I get it, those are classroom guns and they've taken, you know, a considerable amount of, I guess, I wouldn't say abuse, because all you're doing is just shooting them on the range, but they did not perform the way I thought a rifle should. But just taking this to the range, you know, it's flawless every time. And it's going to be flawless even when you're in a combat situation. And that's the reason why I think the AK-47 is a good bug out weapon. It's a good defense weapon in case of the apocalypse. If you ever want a gun that you know is going to function no matter what, the AK-47 is that weapon. So, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to comment in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Talk to you guys later.